I wish someone would have asked me in my 20s, are you 100% happy with who you are and where your life is going? And like the life that you're living. And maybe I wouldn't have been ready for it at the time. Maybe I would have been like, you're crazy. Can you please stop talking to me? I'm just in line to get a hot dog. But finally, when I had the courage to ask myself that question, I realized that the answer was no. Imagine, have you felt like this? Imagine saying that. If someone's like, are you happy with your life? And you're like, oh shoot, oh my gosh, no. and that's what made me realize, like, no one is coming to save me. No one's coming to save you. No one was going to help me create my dream life. And it was up to me. It was either me or no, or like, no, you're never going to have it. And in fact, what has been a bit of a wake-up call to me is realizing that actually the whole world, in my opinion, more or less, wants you to stay the same. Your friends, your boss, even if they have good intentions, even if they love you, even if they're good people, they're, to me, in their minds, in their brains, like for psychological reasons, they don't want to see you change too much. Of course, there's some special people who really want to see you go after your goals and dreams and really get there, but they've done the self-work to realize that they are whole and happy and amazing no matter what, if you succeed and you go off and change and all this stuff. But most people haven't done that. And what's wild to me then is, like, if you're not changing and growing, to me, you are dying. And so what's crazy then, that means, in a way, your friends and even the people who love you are like pushing you to be like, nope, I want you and your dreams to die, my friend. And so that's why we're going to make all this is going to stop today. No. You, in this video, if you don't like yourself in some form, are going to create the most exciting, incredible, unstoppable version of yourself. And it all starts with creating an alter ego. So if you don't like yourself, we're going to literally just create a new version of you. And to me, this is what the core of manifestation is about. When people say they actually want to manifest more money, the soulmate, the hot body, the dream job and all that stuff, I'm like, actually, in my opinion, what you mean is you want to manifest the version of you who is so full, whole, complete that they are easily able to attract that. So what I mean is, like, if you want to manifest more money, you actually mean you want to manifest the version of you who can easily attract, build, create more wealth, who has the right thoughts, beliefs, emotions, skills to make that happen. If you want to manifest your soulmate, I actually believe you want to manifest the version of you that is so loved, so whole, so happy that you just effortlessly attract people to you, one of which is going to be your soulmate. And so that is why we're going to work on an alter ego. And if you don't know what an alter ego is, to me, it is a version of you that has essentially like strengths that you would like to possess, whether that's traits or skills or perspectives, thoughts, beliefs, any of that stuff. And what's so cool is we can literally design this person however we want, and then we're going to have you step into them. And if you're like, well, this sounds spiritual and woo-woo, I'm going to tell you that actually some of the most successful people in the world do this. People we look up to. Example number 1, Beyonce. She uses an alter ego that you probably have heard of if you have looked into this space, called Sasha Fierce. She does this to embody confidence and boldness when she performs. She has literally said, when I am performing, I am not me, I am not Beyonce, I am Sasha Fierce in that moment. And she is able to just have all the right moves, sing at the right key, to like move with confidence and through this. And she's like, I'm stepping into that persona to make that happen. Example number 2, David Bowie. He created an alter ego called Ziggy Stardust, and this was to explore themes of fame, sexuality, identity, all this good stuff. So you're just getting it. I'm gonna give you a third example just for fun. Everything should come in threes, in my opinion. Eminem. You've heard of him. You love him. You're like, yeah, I love it. He always raps about Slim Shady. Yeah, that's his alter ego. That's how he expresses the dark side, that raw, authentic kind of side that rubs some people wrong. That is an alter ego. That is a version of him that he can tap into to explore those themes. We're going to do the exact same thing. And again, as you've seen with these examples, it's so that you can explore and embody different, essentially, personality traits. So, what I want you to do now is we're going to start visualizing. What I really love to do is actually, you can have different alter egos for different environments, different skills. To me, the ultimate alter ego is your highest self. The version of you who is peaceful, joyful, mindful, loving, healed. I don't like to use the word perfect. Like, they're not 100% on all these. That's not the goal, is to be like, oh yes, now I am a guru on everything. No, it's just the version of you who's like, I guess I mean to say, like, they know that they're perfect exactly as they are. They don't need to change anything. They don't need to become someone else. And so what I want you to do is put on some good music, get your journal out, and I want you to start brainstorming. And I got some questions for you. To envision the highest version of yourself, I want you to ask, what do they look like? What do they focus on? What are their habits? How do they spend their time? Who do they invite into their lives? Who do they spend their time with? What skills and traits do they have? And then, those are my core ones, but like everything you want. How do they carry themselves? How do they talk? Is it slow? Is it fast? Is it powerful? And like, pretend like you are designing some kind of dream movie character. Like, yeah. How do they hold themselves? What do they say in certain conversations? What kind of risks do they take? All this stuff. You can just totally have fun with it. Some personal examples for me. So, and I'll tell you kind of where you can start. So like, we don't need to, I guess there's no hard and fast rules here. We can have fun with this. So like, it could be that, we can have different types of alter egos. One can be your highest self, or they could all be flavors of that. They could also be fictional people or real people to inspire yourself. You could either fully choose those people or be like, I'm gonna pick traits from them. And like, two that I've loved that I've totally just taken are James Bond and Indiana Jones. And let me talk about the two for just a sec to kind of give you inspiration. So like, to me, I'm like, ooh, when I embodied the James Bond in me, he is like, oh, he's suave, he's smart, he's clever, he's witty, he dresses sharp. Yeah, like, oh, he can he just go walk up to a beautiful woman and just have a conversation. Like, it doesn't have to be scary, it doesn't have to be intimidating. He also has this like strength. Like, I know he could overcome any situation. And when I think of him, I think of this like classy side of like, oh yeah, he knows the best wines, the best cocktails. Now that I think about that, he's a bit of an alcoholic, so maybe I need to dial that back a little. But yeah, or like, oh, he travels the world. He knows different cultures, that kind of stuff. The Indiana Jones side is the like playful, fun, adventurous version of me. Like, oh yeah, he always says yes to an adventure. He actually creates the adventure when he's out with friends. And like, yeah, there's some overlap. So like, he's also the version of me who's well-traveled and experienced cultures. But he's the risk taker more of like, yes, we're gonna climb this crazy rock and jump off of it. Yeah, so there's just 2 examples. The goal here is to act like this version of you consistently until you become them. And literally started off as a lie. How do you think Beyonce started with Sasha Fierce? Do you think she's just like, yeah, I came up with the alter ego and now I'm on stage and it's just perfect. And now I'm a world famous singer, dancer, whatever you wanna, phenomena, celebrity. It's like, no. She came up with the concept, or maybe she didn't even come up with the name. She just like, ooh, there's this version of me that I want to embody, a trait maybe. Maybe she came up with the concept and then the name, and then it took practice, and then you realize that, oh, actually I dipped back into being myself here when I wanted to be Sasha Fierce. It takes time, and so yours will too, or can. It could be like that too, but it's okay. The goal is to keep practicing this. So you have now your alter ego. You've got maybe even some version of your highest self. That's part of it. The next huge topic for creating the new version of you is some form of goal. And for some people, this is like a triggering word. It's like, oh, that's overwhelming. I don't know what my goals are. I don't know what I want to achieve and stuff. Imagine life was this cool video game. And it said like, oh, you have the opportunity. Do you want to increase your income in gold or whatever? Or, do you want to increase your wisdom and your intelligence and like read books and stuff? Or maybe it's like, you want to increase your exploration, your travel. Or maybe you want to build up a certain skill. You're like, actually, I want to like learn a martial art or an instrument or something. Like literally that is what a goal is. It's like, imagine it was just this fun thing you get to pick in a video game. And I wish the thing that like we are literally living in that game, the only thing you don't get to see is, it's called the HUD. It's the display that shows everything. So you get, I got my quest log over here. I got my health bar is actually down here. I got mana. I can see my little skills that I'm leveling up and stuff. You just don't get to see that. It is literally the same though. And so I want you to embody that when you're coming up with your goals. Like have a little fun with it. And of course, these goals are going to be influenced by the alter ego that you created. Who they are, what skills they have, what they're good at, their strengths. We're going to break those down into your goals. And so, for example, if you want to master your mind, we're going to set a goal of daily meditation. If you want to build a new skill, we're going to set a goal of daily practicing for that skill. If you want to make new friends, we're going to set a goal, or rather, if the version of your highest self, your alter ego, is so charismatic and has tons of friends, we're going to set a goal of attending, let's say, 4 events this month, 1 a week. And it's the daily actions towards your goals that actually help you build into the alter ego that you identified. And really, it's the daily action towards your goals that are aligned with that alter ego that leads to truly transforming your life and creating a new version of you. And some say to keep your goals private. They say, like, if you share your goals, your friends are gonna criticize you and try to put you down, and they don't want you to succeed. I say F that. I say share your goals. Share them with the world. And to me, this helps with a few things. The first is it keeps you accountable. If you literally post something about your goals on social media or where all your friends can see it or your family, like you've said it to the world. There's something that literally, I believe there's studies on this that have said like, cool, people who, it was like people who write down their goals are like, oh my gosh, it was like 40% more likely to achieve them. And it was people who share their goals with another person are like some insane thing, like 90% more likely to achieve their goals. Crazy. The second thing that's cool about this is you will get criticized, especially if your goals, if you're dreaming big enough. You will get criticized, and this is actually a great thing because you're going to learn to build tough skin and to care about yourself and not the opinions of other people. Like literally yourself is the only opinion that matters in this world. And the last cool part of this is you will find your friends and allies through this. If you authentically share yourself with the world online, the right people are going to be drawn to you? The people who want to help you, the people who want to join you, or the people who are inspired by you? But yes, to really address the big topic here of that, like people say don't share your goals, people are going to like try to subvert them. I actually agree. People overall don't want to see you change. Like, there's like this concept in psychology that our brains are always trying to kind of confirm our like status quo, our existing beliefs, our existing reality around us. And so like if you're the friend who always shows up and always eats the junk food and says yes to, you know, the parties and the fun stuff, if one day you change that and you're like, actually, I'm gonna try 75 hard or 75 soft, your friend's gonna be like, whoa, what happened? You changed. And like, that's just their brain saying, ooh, that's a little scary for me. I don't know who you are and how you fit into my life and friendship anymore. And that's okay. One or two cool things happen with that. Either we say goodbye to the people who are not meant for us at this stage and season of our life, or they change as well and learn to love and accept you no matter what you're going through. And that is a beautiful thing. So next, we've got your alter ego. We've broken this down into goals. Next, we're gonna find your passion. Most of the time, we don't actually like ourselves or our lives because we've been living on autopilot for so long. We're just like getting by. We're not really enjoying life. We're not making time for the stuff that lights us up. And so to me, the solution here is to find your passion. And this is like core to that new version of yourself that you're creating. And so I like to think about here, like, what are you naturally good at? What the things that really excite you? And really this is influenced by Ikigai. It's like, what are you good at? Ikigai is this concept, this Japanese concept of like your purpose or passion in life. There's a great book on this. It talks about, it's the alignment of 4 things. It's what you're good at, what you enjoy doing, what you can get paid for, and what the world needs. And if you can overlap those 4 things, oh my gosh, that's amazing. I've also heard it discussed in a way where it's like, it doesn't have to be life-changing and huge, and, you know, maybe doesn't have to fully embody those things. Because like, also, if you can find something that embodies 3 of them, I think that's really fantastic. And so what's so cool is the more you explore those topics and find the thing that you're passionate about, and you spend time on that, this is how you build your skills, which adds fulfillment and confidence and can even lead to financial freedom, which opens up a whole world of possibility. And this, again, such a core concept of, if you don't like yourself, creating a life and a version of you that not only that you like tolerate and like, but that you love, that you just like want to shout from the rooftops about. The next thing you're going to work on is creating an abundant mindset. This is truly what will make you unstoppable. I think this has been maybe my favorite learning lesson from the last year. Like, there's 2 mindsets here. There's a scarcity mindset and an abundant mindset. Examples of a scarcity mindset might be like, there's just no good guys anymore to date, or no good girls anymore. They're all taken. Jobs are so hard to find. The real estate market is so difficult right now. I won't be able to find the thing I want. Or it's this view of like, when something sells out, and you're like, oh no, I miss it. It's FOMO. It's the fear of missing out. That is a scarcity mindset. The idea that you could ever miss out on what's meant for you is so grounded in scarcity. And the real truth is abundance. Is that, look around you. There are infinite opportunities. There are 8 billion people and growing on this planet. There are an infinite number of experiences and moments you could share with other people that could truly be transformative and life-changing. There are, well, almost feels like infinite ways to make money this day and age. Just a tangent real quick. What I love about this topic, and what's key about that passion and turning that into a job, is like there are people who are doing the most absurd things for a living right now. Don't get me started about the people who sell like gamer girl bathwater and make money off of that. Like there are also people on the more wholesome side, I guess that can be wholesome too, is like my brother showed me this one of like, what was it called? 17th century cooking. A man dresses up in the 17th century clothes, looks amazing by the way, lives in like a hut that he built with like a clay oven, and films himself cooking recipes from the 17th century. I literally watched this man cook a full onion, skin on, and that was a recipe. And then I thought, oh my God, this guy has over 1 million subscribers. Back then, I wouldn't be surprised if he has like 2-3 million now. This is his full-time job, doing like what I think a lot of us would call like quite ridiculous or insane a decade ago. And that is an abundance mindset. You could create a job like that in any version of it. It's so freaking exciting. Other abundance mindsets would be like, it's just the flip side. So there are tons of good guys and girls out there just waiting to find you. When something sells out, that's just an opportunity to say yes to something else that's going to be even better. And like, I never feel bad now about missing a party or an event, because I'm like, there's always going to be another, and they're always going to be fun because I'm there. and I literally mean that to like toot my own horn. And what I want you to embody in this new version of yourself, like you bring the fun, you bring the excitement, the joy. There is no fear of missing out, because you're never missing out on the experiences you're creating. And so I want you to practice, like embody this and practice this more. I want you to, as you look around, realize that like act as if everyone is supportive of you, in love with you, that people are just waiting to give you opportunities and money, and walk through the world. Oh, I love this. Like it was designed just for you. Like just everything was made for you to enjoy, to experience. The people that, like, there's no coincidence. They bump into you to teach you something, to show you something about yourself. And then finally, the last piece here is on becoming and embodying this new version of yourself, is focusing on the process over the outcome. I find it's not the healthy choice to say, I will only be happy when I am the perfect version of me. No. If you can fall in love with the journey of life itself, the journey of just showing up more and more as the true you, that is what it's about. So focus on just enjoying the process of working towards those goals that you outlined instead of actually achieving them. And realize that like life never stops. There's always going to be something next. There's always a challenge. There's always bills to pay, a problem to solve, a hardship that comes up, something unexpected. But if you can fall in love with all of it, the ups and the downs, that is when this new version of you, unstoppable, confident, excited, they have faith. They know it all works out. They know that life is always happening for them and not to them. And then finally, just stay committed to embodying and becoming this higher version of yourself. And it really is just the courage to decide to do it, the courage to dream of that version of you, and then consistency of just showing up. It's not about having the perfect plan or having it all figured out or having it nailed down exactly and I need to transform in 3 months and glow up. No. The second you step onto this path to becoming your highest self, and the second you just realize, oh, I love just being here, you've won. And like, actually, in a way, I view it as like you've won at life itself, which that's a big accomplishment. So yeah, to recap, I want you to realize that no one is coming to save you. It is all up to you. I mean, I'm on your team, and there's a lot of people on your team, but you are the one who creates the change. You're going to create an alter ego. You're going to have fun with it, maybe some fun ones, maybe there's it's maybe some aspects of your highest self, and you're going to visualize your highest self. You're going to break that highest self down into some goals that you're going to work on. Keep it simple, by the way. I want like 3 goals in a year, like no more. Otherwise it gets too much and too overwhelming. You're going to start working on finding your passions and weaving those into your life more. You're going to embody an abundant mindset and get rid of scarcity, and you're going to focus on the journey instead of the destination. And through that, my friend, you're exactly where you need to be. And what's wild is just by watching this video, thank you for getting to this point, you are already a different person. Like literally. You already have different ideas and knowledge because of what you just engaged with right now with me. And literally, if we could slice open your brain, no, I'm sorry, we're not going to actually do that. If we could do a nice scan, we could literally see you are building new neural pathways in your brain this very second. And so if you're worried, like, I can't be the new version of myself, you literally are doing it already. It's as easy as that. And so I hope you enjoyed this. If you want more manifestation and personal development techniques and tips and tools, I mean the world to me if you subscribed. I've also got a ton of awesome information and tools on my online shop. There's a link to that in the description. In particular, right now, I've got this free ebook that teaches you how to manifest your dream life in 3 steps that I personally use. And then I've got a Notion system that actually helps you put it all into practice. Because I found having the information is one thing, but actually doing it is another. So I built this is a system that I use literally every day. And with that, in case no one's told you today, you are perfect exactly as you are. You are worthy of your wildest dreams. And I love you, my friend. And with that, I will see you in the next one.